10 milligrams sodium. I will get to the most important electrolyte being massively underdosed.
Alright, I'm Ryan Jennings, and today I'm gonna make, I think, the first vodka prime.
What you doing?
Just taking all the prime.
You're taking all of it?
All the prime.
Oh, all of it.
It's honestly really good. Tastes like juice.
For the brand new Prime.
Ooh.
There's not even some type of highly innovative formula that we could critique. There's nothing intuitive at all. This is going to be a nice tasting drink, I accept that, with 10% coconut water, a flawed electrolyte stack, and BCAA. But loads of hype, FOMO, and hysteria.
And they don't have Prime.
Just drink water. And so firstly and most importantly, thank you for watching the last video. Some clarifications, aka people telling me off. So ecdystone is on the WADA monitoring list. It's not officially banned, but they are looking at it. I could have been clearer. Thank you to the person for that comment. Angelina Jolie is a good Lara Croft. Many people screamed at me. And to be fair, I only watched about half the movie, so I accept your critique. But importantly, no one stood up for Tom Cruise's Jack Reacher.
This man has more studios than hair follicles.
None is the problem. This nonsense I do is gradually being moved out of the house. I'll be in the car park next week. And so thank you so much for the comments. It's so much fun and vitally important to any channel.
Any regular day, I'd be super hungover. But thanks to Prime, I'm 100p.
This is even worse than I predicted.
Happy Valentine's Day, babe. Cute.
And that, for any aliens visiting Earth in their Tic Tacs, is what we call content. Now, content translated means just throw anything up every day, multiple times a day, even if it's content. And I upset a lot of KSI Logan Paul fans in a previous video when they announced their drink but didn't give any details, and I predicted that it would just be another generic cash grab by influencers treating their audiences like an ATM.
So let me tell you something. Prime is one of the best drinks I've had ever.
Your heroes who value giving you the very best product who created this. BCAA for muscle recovery. You nailed it, lads. The endless mountains of cash you both have to do research and development and produce the highest quality formula for your audience, and you came to the conclusion of branched chain amino acids. That is literally hilarious.
250 milligrams BCAAs, branched chain amino acids, help aid in muscle recovery and growth. Oh my gosh.
And unfortunately, so predictable the template that all of these influencers use when producing energy drinks or hydration drinks, Control-C, Control-V, because it's just copy and paste to make the same inferior formulas to be cost effective and to maximize your profit margins. And for anyone new to this, BCAAs are just 3 parts of all 9 essential amino acids. It is the single worst supplement in fitness industry history.
It's 11 times better tasting than Gatorade.
But 11 times better tasting according to the subjective opinion of the guy selling it.
Science.
Oh, it's sold out.
We've been on fire with Prime, y'all.
If ever there was proof that it does not matter what is in an actual product and all that matters is the marketing, the hype, and the celebrities selling it, it is this.
Get in the face that. Drink Prime.
That is the level of effort needed to sell stuff like this, because for some reason people idolize these celebrities, even when they are clearly using their audiences as cash cows.
This has recently been brought to my attention. We spelled ingredients wrong. Ingredients.
Do you get the idea yet? And I haven't even got to the label, the bits that are spelt right, or the website, which let's just say makes G Fuel seem like a detailed, upstanding company. And all you're going to find in these reviews is people drinking it and saying how nice it tastes. And look, I'm sure it does, because that's literally what companies like this focus on.
I really like it. These are gonna go quick.
Making the taste nice so that people come back to buy it. Whereas the actual ingredients, the amounts, the formulation in many products like this is nowhere near high quality for purpose. And to be clear, this is meant to fuel your lifestyle and rehydrate you. Honestly, you would be far better, far better just drinking water. If there's one last sentence I could ever say on this channel, stop buying this rubbish and just drink water. But an important point is that the regular person throughout their day doesn't need an electrolyte drink. Electrolyte formulas are more for athletes or people performing highly exerting physical tasks where they're sweating a lot. The regular person just going through their day doesn't need to be pounding electrolyte formulas. And indeed, you should be focusing on your daily diet, your nutrition, and of your hydration from water. This is not special in any way at all. And if you believe the both of them telling you how hard they've worked on this creating this formula from scratch, you'll believe anything. Honestly, you'll believe anything. There's just nothing in it. It's 6 grams of carb with some randomly dosed vitamins, a curious electrolyte stack that I'll get to, BCAA and 10% coconut water. It is mass-produced, colourful sludge which people are literally buying in order to drink the Kool-Aid. But who cares when you have social media hype and when the consumer, who are being sold substandard products by the celebrities they idolize, who could do better, who should do better, are doing all the marketing for them. But then again, You just reeled in 100 million 12-year-olds. But surely this product is not built on sand. The label analysis coming later, which, spoiler alert, is about as exciting as your gas bill. We're humbled by the process of creating a real brand and look forward to competing with some of the biggest beverage companies in the world. But they are humbled as they toss around their bottle of dishwater whilst boarding their private jet. The word humble hasn't entered your being. And so let's get to the actual ingredients in this hydration drink, which fuels your lifestyle apparently. So firstly, they don't explain anything on the website. No research stated to support any of the ingredients, no ingredient explanations at all. Nothing, nada. This makes Bradley Martin look like a scholar. Just the most limited information, which in my opinion is negligent when selling a formula that people ingest. So just go and read it yourselves and just see how bare bones this website is, which has completely sold out of all their products. So over the past year, they've worked countless hours, and here's the formula, a red Crayola, buy it, because they know that their combined influence and their celebrity is all that's needed to sell. 25 calories, no fat, no cholesterol because there's nothing in it, 10 milligrams sodium, I will get to the most important electrolyte being massively underdosed. 6 grams carb, 2 of which sugar, no fiber, no added sugar, no protein. Where is the actual stuff in it, you may be asking? You are right. So vitamins at strange random doses, many of them at 0%, nothing, none of it in it. Some at 100%, some at 200%, 30, 10%. A few of them are the electrolytes, which I'll get to. So it's kind of the standard confused vitamin stack. Some of them massively overdosed, some of them at 100%, in case you want to get all your vitamins from KSI's drink, in which case go and sit in the naughty corner, eat food. This is from Illuminate Labs. I've just come across this website. They seem to be run by multiple PhDs. Brands typically add random blends of vitamins and minerals to their products to make their nutritional facts label look more impressive, which we believe to be the case here. And so far, there's nothing of note to discuss. There's no intelligent formulation. There's nothing which stands out. There's nothing which would make this better than competition or different to competition. There are some peculiar bits, however. So where is the hydration element? Well, here it is. In the we're not going to tell you the amounts we put in the laundry list of ingredients, stuffed at the bottom.
Day got better. Just got this in the mail. Congratulations, Logan and KSI. Tastes so good. Clearly, I drank most of it already. I literally just opened it. So thank you. Need the electrolytes in my life.
So they do not explain their electrolyte stack at all. The thinking behind the formulation, you're just told 10% coconut water and 825 milligram electrolytes. That's it. And so your electrolytes are your sodium, your potassium, your magnesium. They have 700 milligrams potassium, 123.9 magnesium, 10 milligrams sodium. That is literally the wrong way around. The problem with that, and it's a kind of a big problem for a hydration company, is the most important electrolyte there would be sodium when you're, for example, post-workout and you've been sweating, which is the lowest dose that they include in their electrolyte stack, which is just really, really strange or dumb.
I woke up super sad this morning just thinking about how many people out there are just dehydrated and they don't have Prime and they need it to hydrate. Just hydrate. So many dehydrated motherfuckers out there.
And so, for example, in this hydration drink on the market, sodium is the main ingredient. This is Derek's post-workout replenishing formula, and you'll see that the sodium dose there, 1,000 milligrams, is the amount for rehydration, and that is what many products do use. Now, that is a large amount, of course, but in the context of post-workout and training and sweating and grinding in the gym, that is an amount that is used, but the point is that sodium is absolutely vital, and for some reason KSI and Logan Paul have put that as the smallest amount.
So many dehydrated motherfuckers out there.
And this is Liquid IV, which is hugely popular in the hydration market, and it has 500 milligrams sodium, 370 milligrams potassium. Gatorade has 270 sodium, for example, a stupid amount of sugar, but higher sodium than potassium is my point. Powerade 250 sodium, 60 potassium, and they put in the statement that potassium is under the 2% daily value, which is the standard in the industry, and that is done for safety reasons amongst other things. And so I would argue that most people don't have to supplement with potassium, have a banana, but you get the idea. In terms of the hierarchy, sodium, then your potassium and magnesium follow. And by the way, magnesium at 123.9 milligrams, I mean, what are they thinking? That again is very high for a hydration drink. Seriously, they need to state why they're putting these doses in. Have they ever heard of the point of diminishing returns? And so Prime are using 700 milligrams potassium, which is a humongous dose. And that could be borderline risky in a supplemental non-food source like this. To be clear, not potassium from food sources, but from supplementation on top of your daily diet. And this is medically understood, the risk of high potassium supplementation. They absolutely should put a warning and a disclaimer with that amount. And it is reasonable to think that people might have 2 of these of drinks a day, maybe even more. I think that's a reasonable assumption. 700 milligrams is 15% of the daily recommendation. How is that? Who did these calculations? And so in your daily diet, you'll get your potassium from, for example, food sources like potatoes and spinach. But who is this drink for? Is this for athletes? Is this for endurance athletes? Is this for absolute gym terminators? Is this for people who feel nauseous and weak? It's not actually clear at all. I don't think there's any target market at all or any clear purpose behind the ingredients. I think it's just been produced for their millions of 12-year-old fans. The BCAAs are trash, the electrolyte formula is flawed and simply bizarre, and should come with a high potassium dose warning and disclaimer. And then your last sales point is your 10% coconut water. How much? And so coconut water does have scientific support for hydration benefits. That is correct. But my point in this video is it that much more significant than water? And in my interpretation, no. Coconut water is popular for rehydration after exercise or during mild illness. It's true that coconut water has electrolytes such as potassium, sodium, and manganese. The amounts vary by brand. Some evidence suggests that coconut water is comparable to sports drinks, but it's no more hydrating than plain water. And so we can look at Kalman et al. 2012, who again compared different types of drinks on hydration, and they concluded, considering the above, our data indicate that both coconut water, natural concentrated and not from concentrate, and bottled water provide similar rehydrating effects as compared to a carbohydrate-electrolyte sport drink. So absolutely, it is the current understanding that coconut water can impact on plasma volume and plasma glucose concentration. But does the research show such a strong significant benefit that it's worth your while buying this instead of just drinking water? Not in my interpretation. And then you have your sucralose, you have your standard artificial flavorings and all that, vegetable juice for color. This is offensive to brain cells. We're surprised that a company as well funded as Prime chose cheap first generation sweeteners rather than compounds like stevia, monk fruit extract or erythritol, which seem to be healthier based on early research. That being said, we would still recommend filtered water instead of Prime. We find it strange that Prime is marketed as a sports nutrition drink when it doesn't even contain adequate levels of basic electrolytes like sodium or calcium. For most people, even most athletes, drinking water for hydration will be optimal. So a quick thank you to this website for being one of the only ones out there that is actually telling the truth. So in summary, this is probably a nice tasting drink. But let me be very clear, this is nothing superior, this is nothing special, this is not carefully crafted or formulated. This is a hydration drink with a curious, flawed electrolyte stack, a BCAA, and 10% coconut water. And personally, I don't see why this would be any better than you just drinking water and eating a considered balanced diet.
Are you fucking happy? You're fucking happy. You got what you wanted. Fair fucking play.